tell me if this makes sense to you. Tell me if this makes sense to you. So he said injury happened to Tavarius Moore first. He was doing defensive back drills. It was not in a competitive portion. He was just cutting, like backpedaling and exploding forward. You do it every day to warm up. Pulled his Achilles. Ruptured his Achilles. And he said 2 plays later in a pass protection drill, whatever that means. I don't know if that's competitive or not. Doesn't sound like it. Justin School tore his ACL, got it in a rough spot. So both happened within 2 plays on Monday. My question was, and then we know that Kyle Shanahan shut down practice for Tuesday. They didn't practice Tuesday. And they're not going to practice again until training camp. He canceled minicamp too. I've never seen a 49ers coach cancel minicamp. It's supposed to be mandatory. Canceled. That Monday practice was the last practice the Niners will have of the spring. Now, Kyle also wants you to think that he was planning it to be that way, that he always wanted to shut down practice after Monday, and that he was planning team building exercises. If that's the case, then having 2 guys go down on the final day of practice is the worst luck ever. I just don't buy it. I'm supposed to believe, because here's what I asked. I said, Kyle, did you shut down practice after the second injury? And did you consider shutting practice down after the first injury? You know, they're not preparing for a game on Sunday. They don't have to do this stuff. They just canceled Tuesday. They canceled minicamp. They're 3 months away from a game. They don't have to do these practices. So did you shut them down? He said, no, absolutely not. Would have been weird. Only time you shut down practice is if a guy breaks his neck or something, which a guy did do a few years ago on the 49ers when Kyle was the head coach. He said, no, that would be weird. Okay, so shutting down practice midway because of injuries is weird, but shutting down all of minicamp and the rest of OTAs is not weird? And I'm supposed to believe you're shutting them down has nothing to do with injuries. That's my face. That's how I feel. This is how I feel when you tell me that you shut down 2 weeks of practices, but it had nothing to do with injuries. And it would be weird to shut down half a practice because of injuries. Those things don't mesh. They don't jive. Yes, you can shut down a June practice because someone popped his Achilles. There's no rule against it. Just like there's no rule against canceling all of minicamp. The whole thing. All of it. You know what they did on Tuesday? They went bowling. That was a team building activity. I should have asked anyone get hurt. Bowling. Because that apparently is too dangerous for this team. So Shanahan's explanation for the injuries doesn't make any sense. They were unavoidable. He had to finish practice on Monday, so 2 guys got hurt. But you don't have to practice on Tuesday or any day after that. But Monday's practice was non-negotiable. Non-freaking negotiable. The rest of camp, who cares? But stopping that one, honestly, if they had stopped practice after Tavarius Moore had popped his Achilles, Justin School would have 2 healthy ACLs. You absolutely can cancel June practices. Kyle just did it. He just freaking did it. So, Kyle, I didn't buy that explanation. Not your best work. Thomas says, hey, Grant, how many did you think? I can't put it up. I'm not going to put that on my thing. But, Thomas, I appreciate the donation. I'm going to talk about my impression of Mac McDaniel in a second. I don't think your theory is the one I'm going to go with because this guy's a pro. But hilarious nonetheless. So, Kyle, I shouldn't have done that. Kyle, I wasn't really impressed with your explanation. It didn't seem to make sense.